Hello and welcome back to Metal Modern Business Card Help video. In this video we'll see how to edit text, colors, and QR codes in Adobe Photoshop. So let's open up the file. Once the file is open, you'll see three different layer groups. The first one, the info layer group, is there for your basic information, technical information about the business card, various areas of the business card and what they mean. This one you need to delete before sending it to be printed because it only serves the purpose for you, so you would know different elements if you're trying to change the design of the business card. Now let's start with the QR code. In the Photoshop files, QR codes are created as smart objects. So we go to the front, and here we have the QR code. All we have to do is double click on it. It will open up, and then either place your own QR code and we can turn this off. And once your QR code has been placed, let's rasterize the layer and go to save, not save as, save, and voila, we have the updated QR code. Of course, you can just place your own QR code independently of this smart object, scale it down, and place it inside the file. Of course, you can delete the old one, etc. Okay, now that we have the QR code set, let's talk about editing the colors. When it comes to editing the colors here in Photoshop, because this is heavily gradient reliable template, it's going to take some time. I usually, for the people who want to make some additional changes to the design or just changing the color scheme, I always recommend using Illustrator or InDesign because it's a lot faster process to do that. If you're planning to use Photoshop, I suggest using it just to edit text information and not editing the colors or making any designs changes to the design itself, because it does need you will need a little bit more advanced knowledge in working in Photoshop, and it's definitely going to take time. Now that we got that out of the way, there are two different types of color elements here. One is the solid color that we can see here, and the other is the gradient that's been used. And you can see the gradients have this little layer effects icon. So in order to edit the gradients, you'll need to double click on the FX icon, go to gradient overlay, and then change each and every color individually. The way you do it, just simply click on the color and then change it with your own. And unfortunately, you'll have to repeat this throughout the entire design. Now, the good thing is that once you create these gradients, you can save them. So let me just show an example. If I want to save this gradient, for instance, just name that gradient, for instance, GR1, and make sure to click this new. So once you get that same gradient you need to work with, you can double click on the FX and then just swap it with your own already created gradient. And that's how you'll need to go through the entire design. When it comes to editing the solid colors, you'll need to double click on the color and then add your own values to it. Or you can utilize setting the foreground and background color. So let's say I make this red and I make another darker shade of red. Now I can play with two different colors at the same time. In order to apply the foreground color, I'm going to use Alt Backspace. And in order to apply the background color, I'm going to use Control Backspace. And let me show you this. So, applying the foreground color, Alt Backspace, applying the background color, Control Backspace. And basically you will have to go through the entire design and change gradients, color lines, icons, etc. Next thing we're going to talk about is adding the text. Of course, all the text layers are active. Changing the color, I recommend utilizing the foreground and background color. So let's say I want to change this to be red. I'm going to use Alt Backspace. If I want to make it darker, I'm going to use Control Backspace and apply the background color. Now, to edit the text, you can either select T on your keyboard, and as you can see, it will automatically activate the type tool, so you can see what text you can change. Or you can just double click on the text layer, it will select all the text, and then you can either type, or you can just paste your own text here. Okay, that was it when it comes to this video. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you have any questions about the template or you need any additional help, please feel free to contact me on this email address and I'll try to respond as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, have a fantastic day, and see you soon. Bye.